Hello, everyone. This is a pre-recorded Tuesday training because I actually have a doctor's appointment tomorrow at the same time that I will be going live. So rather than reschedule or anything like that, I thought what I would do is I would go ahead and be proactive and record this week's Tuesday training. And then that way it will still be on time for all of you because that's what matters to me most. All right, being consistent in our business is going to segue me into the topic for this week's Tuesday training. So this week we are focusing on business. We are working this like a business, okay? This is going to be one of the biggest mindset shifts, changes, lines that you need to keep yourself going with, okay? When you hear mindset, and I know that myself and a lot of people, we talk about mindset a lot, and the way that I've always really explained it is that our brains are really up to us, right? So if we tell ourselves something like, I'm not any good at sales, or I'm not any good at sponsoring, or I'm never going to be any good at this business. And we say those things, and we say those things, and we say those things, our brain starts to be programmed into believing those things. So I know when you've heard of doing affirmations or things like that in the morning, right? Positive thinking, maybe doing a devotional or a journal or things like that, right? These are simply tools to get you into the mindset, rather, or telling yourself that you are capable of having great PRV. You are capable of sponsoring new team members. You are good at this business. And the more that you shift your mindset into that thinking, and the more that you stay positive and stay focused, the more you are going to see those things are going to start working for you. Okay, so there's a whole lot of science behind it. There's some really great books out there, one of which is called Train Your Brain, by Dana Wild, I believe. Anyway, it's called Train Your Brain, and it really is a good layout of how to change your mindset, right? Get yourself into that positive mindset so you are continuously thinking forward, you're thinking ahead, you're being proactive, and you are doing those things rather than reacting to everything. So to set ourselves up for success when it comes to all of this is we need to really focus on things that we absolutely cannot stop doing in our business. Absolutes, okay? You absolutely cannot stop sponsoring or offering the opportunity. You have to continuously build your team. You have to continuously look at ways that this business opportunity can bless other people. And maybe that is sharing your story. Maybe that's sharing your why. Maybe that's sharing what we do and how we do it. But you cannot stop sponsoring. Ask any SSD that you know, or top, maybe figure out whoever the top paid Scentsy consultant is and ask them, do you stop sponsoring? No. We can never stop having conversations about the business, about the products, about Scentsy life, right? When you're on social media, hopefully you are using the tags like Scentsy life or living my way, or my own boss, whatever it is, right? Whatever you're looking for. The whole thing is you have to continuously be having conversations, and a lot of that will come in when it comes to social selling and attraction marketing, those kinds of things, right? But outside of that, you have to continue to meet new people. The other thing that we cannot stop doing is training and building leaders, future directors, future star directors, future superstar directors. I will tell you, one of my main mottos for me and my entire group, not just my team, but for my entire group, is to be able to help as many people I can achieve the title of SSD and achieve their goals and what they want out of their business. As many as possible. Because remember, it's not just, oh, once I get up there, everything's cool. No. No. It would not be fun to be at the top of the company all alone, right? And that is the beauty of this opportunity, is the simple and utter fact that all of us can be at that level. Working, collaborating together, sharing and helping and learning and teaching and building directors and leaders within the people that we bring in to this opportunity. Those are the things we cannot stop. Cannot stop. Because everything that runs our business is going to be around that. Everything that runs our business is going to be about that, okay? Because sales, sponsoring, training, building leaders, all of those are the things that we need to not only get to our goals, but that every single Scentsy consultant needs to get to theirs. All right, so things not to do as we go along this. I really want you guys to think in the mindset of, this is just, I'm only laughing because it reminds me of the clip or the song for the Instagram reel. This is the way I live, right? Okay, so that's what I hear every single time I think of it this way. This is how I live. You cannot devote the majority of your time to your team. This is where I see emerging leaders and people who are just starting to build those teams and really figuring out their own leadership voice and style and everything else, right? This is one of the main things I see, is that they end up not paying attention to their own business and focusing on helping the others that they have sponsored on, which is great, right? We want that, right? Remember, we do. Okay, we just went over that. One of the things we cannot stop doing. But we also cannot forget about our own business. Because your business, for one, is not going to get anywhere, because you're not going to be paid a title if you are not working your business. Plain and simple, right? This is why for every single title that we have to be paid at title, you have to have a minimum 500 PRV every single month. Now, maybe some of you can snap your fingers and make that happen in one person with one order. That's fabulous, but that is not where I stop. And I hope it's not where you stop either. And let me tell you, even if you decide to stop there, that's fine. But is that one person going to continue to do that for your entire business? No. Okay? No. Once you start growing, you have to really keep yourself on the tracks of my business and my foundation. My business, my foundation. Your foundation, whenever I talk about that, that is your team. That is the people you're sponsoring, the people maybe you're mentoring, working with, right? All of these things. That is there. But you have to also focus on your own business. You cannot let that go. This is why you'll see myself and a lot of others talk about leading from the front. You have to lead from the front. Lead from the front. That means doing the things that you are telling your team they need to be doing. So if you're telling people, hey, you should show up to the Tuesday trainings that Scentsy offers every single Tuesday at 11 a.m. Central Time, and then when they ask you, hey, I wanted to talk to you about that thing that we talked about on the Tuesday trainings. Oh, I didn't watch it. What was it about? It's fine not to show up to one here, there, whatever, right? It's fine not to be available when those are on, okay? But let me tell you right now, there are replays. There are replays. These videos, these trainings are saved, so go back and watch them, okay? So you cannot do the things, or you cannot tell your team to do the things that you're not willing to do. If you have a group Zoom every week, if you are working towards 2,000 in PRV and you're booking parties, right? You cannot just tell your people to do that and then not do it for yourself and complain and whine and then show up on your Facebook going, oh, I'm not going to meet my goal this month. Who wants to order? That is not social selling. That is not what this business is about. That is not business. That is a hobby, my friend. That is a hobby. That is something that you decided was not important enough to do. And I know that that's a little bit of tough love, but let me tell you, from somebody who's had those months, why? It was because that was my mindset, that I can't do this. I'm not going to sponsor anybody this month. It's going to be a horrible PRV month. I don't even have any parties booked. I don't know what I'm going to do. And by telling myself that and telling myself that time and time again, what happens? My mind believes it. And then that's pretty much what happens, because then I can justify all of my actions after that, right? Or lack thereof. Why I decided to just go in and watch Netflix all night instead of getting some extra business work done while the house was quiet and I didn't get interrupted. Anybody else love that time? I do. Love that time. Okay? We have to lead from the front. If you don't stay on track with your business and also offering the opportunity or sponsoring in your business is going to check out. It's going to check out. Now, I'm not telling you that you cannot revive a dead business, because I've seen many people do it time and time again. I'd probably say mine was pretty close to death pretty early on in my Scentsy business, because when I was searching, trying to figure out, is this for me? I don't have a sponsor that I can rely on. What am I going to do? I can't figure all this out. I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm also working. I'm also a mom. I'm also, blah, 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 right? All the things. And living in that mind space, you get down on yourself, right? And you decide and you make those decisions and you make those excuses. I've been there. So I can only tell you from love that it is only yourself that can bring you back from those moments. Bring yourself back. Find your joy. Bring it back, okay? You also cannot fly by the seat of your pants in this business. You cannot work this business without a roadmap, okay? Can't do it. Trust me, I've tried, okay? So here are the things. There are tools for you to use, okay? In your workstation, I want you to go to Scentsy Success and I want you to type in Power Hour. There's a document there and it will go through things and help you and give you a guide of what things to work on in your business, okay? You have to have systems. You have to have habits in place. You have to have these things going. Sure, for a while you can kind of juggle all of the eggs, right? Oh, I remember Kathy ordered this, and then Tina ordered that, and then Sherry was ordering that wax collection, and then, oh yeah, shoot, I gotta go cook dinner. Let me go cook dinner. And then you come back and then you completely forget that Michelle texted you and wanted to host a party. And you didn't get back to Michelle for like a week. Okay, those are the things that I'm talking about, right? Because those are the things that could happen and do happen every single day. We have to have systems. Write yourself a note. If you're a note taker, right? I always have a Post-it note or Post-it note pack right there at my desk, right? Yes, I do my notes all, and my planner is all digital, right? So it's all on my iPad. Okay, but I use Trello to organize everything to help me set up. It's also my follow-up system. It's how I've converted everything in my business and how I keep a running eye on all parts of my business now. All the parts are on Trello. I've been able to create a system that works for me. And it's taken a lot of time. It's taken a lot of trial and error. It's taken a lot of mistakes. It's taken a lot of months where I'm like, I got no clue what's happening anymore. We've all been there. So just know you need to make a plan. And you have to have some sort of a plan. You don't have to be a perfectionist. You don't have to be the most organized person in the world. So I don't care if it takes 20 Post-it notes lined up all around your monitor on your computer or on the fridge, because you know you're at least going to go to the fridge and grab a Coke or whatever, get a drink for the day. Well, at least I know I'll see it there, right? the way I used to communicate with my husband back in the day is I would take a dry erase marker if I needed to tell him something, because like we worked split shifts. I worked during the day, he worked at night. So we were always trying to, you know, figure out the best way to communicate back and forth. And I would take a dry erase marker and I would write on the bathroom mirror, "Hey, on your way home, can you grab some milk?" Or sometimes it was more pleasant, right? Like, "I hope you have a great day, babe. Love you." I have been known to leave myself notes on my mirror, reminding me what to do the next morning. I've been known to write notes on the mirror to tell myself, "You are worthy." So if it takes a dry erase marker in your mirror every single day, and that's what you need to do to get in the right mind space, to get in the right head space, so you can do the things and work at your maximum capacity. Because let me tell you right now, you guys, from somebody who suffers from chronic pain, from anxiety, from depression, from all the fun things, right? I will tell you right here and right now that without a plan, that without anything else, and without the belief in yourself, you are not going to get to where you want to be. So you have to change those things, and you have to find the things that are going to work for you, not against you, but for you. You've heard me say it a ton, right? That there are 101 or 1,001 different ways to work this business. There's 1,001 different ways to organize yourself and get yourself in the right mind space. So figure out what yours is. Maybe that's writing on the mirror. Maybe that's Post-it notes on the fridge. Maybe it's writing it on the back of your hand in Sharpie. Whatever it is for you, just do it. Because you're going to need those reminders, and you are the only one. You are the only one who can really believe and tell yourself, "I am worthy of this and of more." Don't forget that. Don't overload your budget when it comes to Happy Mail, when it comes to Team Mail, and all of the fluff that I like to call it. I call it the fluff. I even on my Trello board, there's a label, and it's fluff. That's what it is, right? It's the fluffy stuff. It's the stuff that makes you feel good. And yes, I do have to do it, but I don't have to spend a whole lot of money to do it either. Right? Some months I will actually buy in bulk from Amazon, so that way I have enough that I can be able to do team mail to maybe my top 5 or my top 10 people, like for 3 different months, right? Because I can buy it in bulk and get it cheaper that way. Awesome. Look for ways to work smarter, not harder. Go to your local stores, find their deals, use their coupons, get inspiration, go on Pinterest. It's one of my favorite things to do, is to go on Pinterest. Even when I've got like a little idea, right? Maybe it's a succulent. This is obviously a fake plant. I'm not keeping this thing alive. Okay. Maybe it's a succulent, right? You can go on Pinterest and find the cutest little succulent quotes or whatever, right? Get inspired that way and create a little postcard that you can send to your team with this inspirational message on it that maybe you hand write on cardstock and send out. It's not going to cost a lot of money, but when they know it's coming from here, when they know that it's you who's taking the time out of your day to do it, that is the value, not the dollar amount that was spent on what was sent. Do not let yourself be outrun by your team. When I say this, I'm meaning we are in business. If I realistically responded to team member questions or Instagram group questions or things like that 24/7 a day, 24 hours, 7 days a week, I would not get anything done in my business. Don't work like a machine. If your team or the group questions or whatever it is starting to interfere with the mindset, because you guys are probably just like me, right? That's when you start to get stressed and anxious and you're just like, I'm checking out. I just can't today. That's when you know it's time for a breather. I need a timeout. I have to tell myself this from time to time. I even have a reminder in my phone. I'm looking for my phone. I'm on my phone. I have a reminder on the calendar on my phone for there's 2 times during the month that I will actually give myself, it's an audible alert, right? It's an alert reminder. And all it says is breathe. I'm somebody who needs to remind myself, step back, Jacqui, and just breathe for a second. Because maybe you're having a bad day, maybe you're having a bad week, maybe your team and you are having a bad month in your sales or overall sales, or just nothing seems to be working and all the Facebook parties you're doing are flopping and you're just like, I am done. Mentally, I am done. I feel spent. You need to breathe. Step back, take a break, have a timeout, do what you need to do, pour into yourself, and then come back to it. Or then that is when it's a really great time to reach up to your sponsor, to your upline, to if you have an accountability partner, if you work closely with another consultant, right? And that's your person, that's your tribe, whatever. Reach out to those people and let them know, I need to breathe for a minute, or I need a timeout, right? Let them know. Those are the people that are going to pour into you and say, you know what, that's okay. It can wait till tomorrow. Or here, I found an easier way to do it so you're not burning yourself out. Here, try this. That's what those people are there for. And that's what that timeout is there for. It's just to remind yourself that you can do this. You just need to stay organized, focused, intentional with your time, and keep your mindset where it needs to be. If you put all of those things into practice and you consistently do them every single day, every single week, every single month, you are not only going to see your business grow, you're going to see your team grow, you're going to see a change in yourself and your self-confidence. This didn't happen overnight, folks. It takes a lot to be able to get to that place to where you feel confident in your business as a leader and as yourself. Because first and foremost in this business, what are we? We are authentically ourselves. That's what we build our brands on, right? This is what we were here to do. And we are all worthy of this and more. But we also have to have a roadmap to where we're going. We have to have a plan. We can't stop sponsoring. We can't stop having conversations. We can't stop building leaders. We have to continue to do this. That's when your systems are there to help you put all of those things in action. So use the Power Hour document if you are needing a starting point. That is going to help you. What that literally is taking one intentional hour and dividing it into your business, right? So really figuring it out, really laying out a plan for yourself if that's what you need to get you there. Actions are things that you are going to hold your word with, right? So again, when we talk about leading from the front and being a good leader, right? We have to be showing people the actions and the things that we do that help us be successful. If you look at my social media, you'll know I'm showing up for my business because there's a mention of it at least once or twice. I'm usually in my stories half the day, right? I've got things that I'm doing and I'm always sharing about it, whether I'm working it, whether it's sales, whether it's just connecting with other people. Being able to put yourself into this space in this time that we are in, you guys, we're really, really lucky. Because let me tell you, the people who originally started in Scentsy, who are still with Scentsy, by the way, because it's just that freaking great, right? But they didn't have the access that we do now. They didn't have the opportunities of all the trainings that are available out there. They didn't have the opportunities of Facebook. Facebook wasn't even a thing when they were getting started, right? So connection was a huge thing, being on the phone, making phone calls, doing all that, right? We are so blessed to be able to work in an environment that we get to create and figure out what works. If it's Post-it notes, if it's a big happy planner, if it's your Google Calendar, if it is, I don't know, Trello, whatever it is, finding your way and figuring it out and what is going to work for you, because this business can do so much for you. And I don't want you guys to miss out on what is truly possible. So here's what you need to do, you guys. You got to be intentional. You need to focus on your business. Spend 70%. Okay, the first 2 weeks of your month, spend 70% of your time on your business, 30% of your time on your team. Flip that the second half of the month. 70% towards your team, 30% towards your business. Because as leaders, we are leading from the front. We are looking at our calendar at the beginning. We are not looking at our PRV come the middle of the month going, oh crap, what am I going to do to make my numbers, right? I got to be able to have everything set up. So we are working ahead. We are trying to work smarter, not harder. We are looking for ways to pre-book our next month, right? We are putting these things into systems that for us have become really great habits for those of us who do have these systems. And these are the things that at least I know I am, and I know many others are as well, trying to help others do, is creating those systems that are going to keep you on track. Because remember, you have to have your business, you have to have your sales, you have to have your team, you have to be communicating, and you have to be training and pulling people with you. That's the way it works. You got to show up to trainings. Please show up to trainings. As a leader, you should be showing up. Is this important to you? Do you have all the money you need? You don't need any more next month? Cool. Don't show up to any trainings. Don't work your business. Don't check in with your team. Don't get on Facebook. Don't listen to the Scentsy trainings that they put out every week. Don't do it. Have a great time. I don't know about you, but I need money next month. And I'm not somebody who's going to turn around and be like, oh, what a crappy month. I'm the one in charge of that, right? I'm the one making it happen. So put the time in. You have to show up to Scentsy events. You guys, for those of you who have never been to a Scentsy event, please, 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 please do your best to get to SFR in person. I know it's a lot to ask, but I promise you, it is so worth it. It is so worth it. If you absolutely cannot make it happen, I get it. I get it. I get it. At least sign up for the virtual option. Do that for yourself. And then if your team is sharing any lives or recordings or sharing pictures or whatever it is from SFR, then watch those. Trust me, you're going to have FOMO big time, big time. But at least that way you can get a taste or a peek at what it might be in person. And then make it a goal for next year. Start holding back a little bit of your paycheck every single month to dedicate towards your SFR fund. If that's what it is that is financially holding you back, then next year you make sure you make it to wherever it is. You got a whole year to do it. So lead by example, have your systems, empower yourself and empower your team and remind them, because yes, we are human and we do tend to forget that we are pretty flippin' awesome. Not all the time. I mean, God couldn't make us awesome all the time. I mean, that would just be unfair. But when we're awesome, we are awesome. We are powerful and we are courageous, and we are going to be consistently intentional with how we work our business, because we are here for a big business. Are you with me? Are you with me? Because I'm going, with or without you. I want you with me, but I'm going. So let's do the damn thing. All right, that's what I got for you guys this week on Big Business. If you're watching this on YouTube, replay, hashtag replay, let me know that you're watching. Feel free to ask questions in the comments. Every single week I do a new training and put that out along with unboxings of products. I love to share what I'm using in my house, and of course, letting you know on all the fun stuff in between. So, have a great night. Have a great rest of your week. Put some of these things into practice. Maybe just start with 2 or 3. Pick 2 or 3 little things that you want to try and start doing and put them into motion. And do them for 1 month. 1 month. The middle of May, I want you to look back and I want you to put that Post-it note up or put that reminder on your phone or whatever it is that you need to do to say, I want to look back at the last 30 days of me being intentional or me doing these 3 little things that I made a commitment to myself I was going to do, and see where you are. I'd love to hear. Peace, love, happiness. Bye.